All right, the Bucks. It is Talking Buccaneers with me, Fumane. And Mama said days like these would come. I think for today, it's not a case of finding a lot of fault with the Orlando Pirates, even though I can point out a few things that I think that we could have done a lot better. But I think we got to give credit where it's due. I think for the first thing is that Richards Bay are a team that's in the relegation battle. So I did think that they would come here with a lot of motivation for this game. And I think that was the telling thing for them, is that they fought harder than we did. Not to say that we didn't try. I can't fault us for not giving an effort today. I do think that we gave an effort. We did try to, hound and try and open their defense and try and find openings to score against them. However, credit where it's due, they were very tight. I think one of the things that was a struggle for us was that we tried to make entries into their box via crosses. I think our game plan or our strategy today was trying to enter into their box via the wide areas. And when we were central, we were always trying to pass around their organization and not through them. Every time that we tried to go through them, I think they did well to block us and not give us those entries. And so which we had to resort to going out wide. And many of our crosses were blocked. I wonder what the statistic is with how many block crosses that were made. Again, I can't fault us for trying. I think it was a case of Richards Bay having come here with a huge fight on them, trying to escape that relegation battle, stay in this league. And Orlando Pirates tried. I think at times we did sort of, try and carve them open with a tempo that was a bit too slow for my liking. I think that when you get into that final third and you want to score a goal against the opposition, there's a sense in which you got to up that tempo so that you move them around and create those openings before they get organized again. I think at times we're moving a bit slow. People like Dlamini in the first half were limited to very few touches, not any touches in dangerous areas. People like Patrick Maswanganyi were only allowed touches in our half, in our sort of defensive third. But as soon as we get into that final third, I think they do well to close those areas. Ndlondlo is in the starting 11 for us today, ahead of Makehleni Makaula. I think it didn't give us a lot in the way of creativity. I think when Ndlondlo is in the starting 11 for Orlando Pirates, the expectation is that he's going to be penetrative in the way that he passes, maybe even in the way that he drives forward with the ball. But I think even he didn't do much for us. Mufukeng one-on-one battles, not so much today, not so much in that way. Not that he didn't try to, I think he tried to, but I think, we've got to give credit to Richards Bay. They came here with a fight in them, and we leave this game, having lost 3 points. This is a massive blow, I think. However, I do want to make mention of something that was very impressive. I think as soon as they go forward, it was always, obvious that for Richards Bay to come here and get something, it would be that they would have to play on, set pieces, throw-ins, that kind of thing. And so as soon as they go up front, via a throw-in and then a bit of a scramble, and they obviously find the back of the net for 1-0. As soon as we go 1-0 down in the first half, something I must give credit to, especially to the fans first and foremost, before to the team. I think the team was riding the wave of the fans because, something I've spoken about on Talking Buccaneers is that, this stadium can get very toxic, especially when we go 1-0 down. However, when we go 1-0 down, credit to, the Orlando Pirates faithfuls, the Orlando Pirates supporters. We're still cheering on the guys. The atmosphere rather went up instead of down. I think we were just, it was a festival atmosphere. There was a sense of expectation. I think a lot has to do with, trusting the team, trusting the process. And I love when, our fans trust the process. I love when we trust what the head coach is doing, what the players are doing, and we trust the process. And so I just want to give credit to that. I think when we went 1-0 down, the fans were rocking, were still cheering the guys. And that went on till maybe the final minutes. As soon as that addition time board goes up in the second half and it says 5 minutes, you still hear voices of Buccaneers still cheering on the guys. And I think maybe in the way of positives today, that's the only positive I can take. These days do come in football. It's unfortunate that they come when you are trying to find that second spot and qualify for Africa. And so we gotta, hang our hopes on Stellenbosch slipping up. I always prefer that we get the points on board and then fight in that way. But, these things do come. We definitely didn't expect for it to come against Richards Bay. But, gotta give credit where it's due. They did a great job to come and get 3 points at Orlando Stadium, something I didn't expect for them to come and do. But it is what it is. On to the next one. I think up next is TS Galaxy, if not Supersport United. I just want to get done with this review. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one at the stadium, even though there's not a lot to enjoy with us having lost points. But something for you to marvel at is the beauty of our stadium, if anything. Anyway, up the Mighty Bucks. Cheers.